Today we'll head to the Tigua Indian Culture Center, and then we'll head out to White Sands National Monument in New Mexico. The local Catholic Church is the center of much of the culture of the Tigua Indians in this area. The Tigua Indians are a Pueblo tribe that came south with the Spaniards after the Pueblo Indian uprising, and to some extent are kind of an orphan tribe. We will now be driving along the Mexican border for a while. Juarez is on the other side of the fence there that is used to mark the border. We have been in the Chihuahuan Desert for quite some time now. We started off in Big Bend National Park, where we spent several days. Then we drove to El Paso area. Now we're at White Sands, and soon we'll be over at Carlsbad National Caverns. White Sands is an unusual monument in that it's one of the few national parks you can see from space. White Sands exists because of the unusual geology of the area. Rain falling into St. Andreas Mountain collects minerals that then wash down into the alkali flats and dry there, forming gypsum. Then the prevailing winds from the north blow the sand across this area. Dunes in the middle can be 60 feet high, and because of the wind, they move 12 to 15 feet a year. We'll be taking this route on the Dunes Drive through the area and then back again. One of the popular sports is sledding down the sand dunes, and they'll even rent you a sled. The first part of the road will drive along the edge of the sand dune field before heading into the center of it. Now we head into the middle of the sand dune field with blinding white sand on each side. The camera doesn't really do it justice because it's so bright, it's hard for the camera to pick up how bright it really is. Now even our paved road ends as we head out onto a packed sand road. As the wind blows, it blows the sand over the top of the dune and it slides down the other side, thus making them move.
I just can't seem to keep myself together. Every time I think I have stabilized things, the wind starts blowing again and then more sand comes tumbling down. It gets in my eyes and in my mouth, and this is such a dry place that I have no way to wash it away. You are so lucky since you can just come visit and then leave. I have to stay here. Have a nice drive back.
The yuccas have adapted to the moving sand by continuing to grow a long stem, sometimes 30 feet deep down into the sand and 10 feet above it. But when the sand moves on, then they fall over as the ones on the left have here and die. Sumac has its own way of protecting itself from moving dunes. It draws water up from its roots and deposits it in the gypsum, creating a hard rock that doesn't move. And here's another inspection station, but since we're headed south, we don't have to stop there. The northern traffic does, headed away from the border. And oh, there's a dune running for its life, escaping from the park. And now we head back into Texas and to our hotel in El Paso for the night. This brings us to the halfway point of our trip, the end of day 13.